Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. If you haven't watched us before, we live in the Villages, Florida. We're just living our life, and we're trying to share things that we think will help you if you're retiring. Maybe you want to look at Florida, Central Florida, the Villages, whatever. We try to entertain you and bring you some little tidbits that you'll enjoy.
This is a retirement village for people 55 and above, and we have a great time, and we want to share our home with you.
And today we're going to do it a little bit differently. You know, we always bring you Mailbag Monday on Monday, and it's about a 30 or 40-minute show, somewhere between. And today it's going to be even longer. So we're not going to do that to you. I know we have a really loyal following that says the longer the better. But today we're going to break Mailbag Monday up into two parts. And we're going to show one of them today, and we're going to show another one on Thursday. Now, don't worry, we'll still chip in another show sometime during the week for you. But for Mailbag Monday, we didn't want it to get too long, and we're going to break it up. On today's show, if we had the power to change one thing about the Villages, what would we change?
We did a lot this last week. I'm sure a lot of you did too during the Thanksgiving vacation. On today's show, we're going to run down the things that we did. We had some visitors, and we're going to tell you what to do in the Villages.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest questions we get. We're coming to the Villages, or we have relatives coming. What can we do with them? You're going to find out today.
All that and more. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
We know so many of you by name. Now, we don't know all your pictures. Some of you sent us in pictures, and you know if you're out in the square, sometimes I'll call you by name because you're such loyal followers, and we love that. And you tell me that we seem like family. I mean, we've been in your living room, over 500 times, some of you.
We're watching you.
And it really feels good. But we want to ask a favor from you on Facebook. I know some of you aren't Facebookers, so disregard it. But if you are, we own about only 10% of the people that comment regularly follow us on Facebook. We would really like to jack that up to about 20,000.
Woo, yeah.
And we can do it. Just if you're not a follower, please hit that follow button. And then you'll notice some of these small videos, maybe 2 minutes or 1 minute, that we don't put on YouTube. We'll show them to you on Facebook, and I think you'll enjoy that. So thank you all. We would really, really appreciate that. Our Don Wiley update. Now, you saw the little one we put on last week about the firefighters. Don Wiley, he's another blogger right here, Gold Wingnut. He spearheaded an effort to provide a hot Thanksgiving meal for all the firefighters in the Villages.
Yeah, that was
Linda
awesome.
chipped in and made a dish for them. And you'll see in the pictures here, our viewer, Jose Guzman, and his wife, Maria, they went whole hog.
They did.
They really fixed a spread for their firefighters up at Paradise here in the northern part of the Villages. But what a good cause, and we hope the firefighters enjoyed it.
Yes.
We sure enjoyed bringing it to you.
We do appreciate them for sure.
Now, on Thursday's show, if you watched, you saw that we tried to bring you what we thought would illustrate that the Villages is the friendliest place ever. It's got the most helpful people, the most caring, the most generous, wonderful people. It kind of backfired on us because we set up our cart down outside the Sawgrass Recreation area. It's Ezell down there, Ezell Recreation, and Sawgrass Grove. And I don't know, maybe it was bad acting. Maybe it was a bad location. Maybe they saw the other camera, although we tried to hide it.
You know, I think too, there are a lot of people were on missions. They had relatives in. I saw a lot of carts with grandkids, and they just kind of shot by us. And I think they were on they had some place to go.
We recounted from the video. It was about 100 carts passed, and 11 of them stopped to check on us.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were doing silly things like laying down in the golf cart, having our head on the steering wheel. When we look back at it, we realized we probably looked like a couple of drunks. But that was fun, and I'm going to link that video at the end of the show today. so you can see it if you missed it. On Thanksgiving, I don't think too many people were watching YouTube, so this will be a chance for you to see it.
They were busy.
We had fun, and a lot of people thought it was hilarious, and you know,
We
it just-
enjoyed that. We have a good time with you all, and we appreciate you watching us. If you liked it or you didn't like it, but we enjoyed doing it.
Yeah. If you don't mind, we need some viewer videos. We're out. Now, I know a couple of you have sent them and you're at home tuning in and wondering, where's my video? They have to be something that affects a lot of people. For example, one couple wrote in and said, can you help us, Jerry and Linda, can you help us find a moving company? Well, we don't know, in your hometown, we wouldn't know any moving companies. Another nice fellow sent in a really good video, and he wanted to know about the tree in the front of his property. Who would maintain that tree because it hangs over the street? Oh. I actually did call town hall and try to find out, but was unable to get a good answer. So if you have good questions, about living in the villages, please film a 30-second, 40-second, 50-second commercial. Send it to us in email and we'll try to get it on. And we would appreciate that because we are out.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had a great week. Jerry's sister and her husband came to visit us for about 10 days, and we had a really good time. And some of you might want to know what are some activities that we did. And it was just pretty much nonstop. We did a lot of music, which is what the Villages is known for too, the live entertainment at the squares.
I would suggest if you plan on having guests and you want to know some things we did, because it was a huge success. They loved everything we did. Maybe get a pencil and paper and write this down because it was helpful. And Linda, you started off. What did we do?
We went to trivia night, and then we kind of went off campus a little bit. We went to the Mystic Ice Cream, and that's not too far from our home.
No, it's just outside on 466A.
Oh.
And they have something every night. They have trivia night, but they also have Name That Tune night.
Yes.
They have karaoke night.
Right.
So there's and they do a couple of them several times a week. So every night there's something going on over there.
Yes.
So check that out. What else did we do?
We did lots of cart rides.
That's
so
right.
we wanted to show them the areas, the different types of areas, or what each square offered. And of course, we walked around the shops and saw those too. But it was a nice cart ride. It was beautiful weather. We did a lot of cart rides, and we were lucky enough to have a friend let us borrow his 4-seat golf cart, which we were very appreciative of. And we took them to see some of the rec centers on our way through the cart rides.
Very impressive to show people those rec centers. And
Right.
the closer it gets to Christmas, they are really going to be beautiful.
The trees are coming out, so it's gorgeous.
We also watch for entertainment. And we took them to the Sleight of Mind show over at the Wildwood Community Center.
Right.
Fascinating, wonderful show. There are other places besides inside the villages where you can get entertainment. You got the Orange Blossom Opry, you've got Winter Garden down the road, you've got like here at the community center. So there are things to do, but that was wonderful. And we went out to eat lots of times. We went to Gators. It's RJ Gators up at Sumter Landing.
We went to Prima.
Prima's going to be our out and about this week.
Yeah.
Barbecue. I'm going to tell you what. I had the lunch special. What wasn't even a special? $9.99 for the most delicious barbecue sandwich you could ever want.
Nice.
And an order of baked beans.
Yeah. I'm getting hungry right now.
It was great.
And we went to, again, another barbecue place, Oakwood Smokehouse, and that's a fantastic place. I think our guests enjoyed that one the most.
Oh, where else did we go? We went to Culver's. We went to McGrady's. Mm-hmm. I left my credit card at McGrady's. I forgot it.
Yes.
And
But
of course, you don't know that you forget. You don't know where it is. You wait a day or two, you pull out your wallet. Boom, you got no credit card. So I kind of retraced steps and I called McGrady's. Actually, she did. And they had it, thankfully.
Yeah. So, but what's so kind of unique about it is that's the second time he's lost it there in the last 2 years. And the only time he's left his credit card is there. I don't know why. It's kind of, maybe it's dark there.
But hallelujah, I got it
Yes.
back. So thankfully.
Well, and also Jerry and our brother-in-law Tom went fishing. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we went fishing over on Lake Griffin. He's got a beautiful bass boat, and we only caught one fish, but boy, it was a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
And it was fun to be out on the water.
Right. We went to the Savannah Center and saw Badfinger and Blues Image. That was a really nice night.
Badfinger, incredible. Love it. Now, it was only one member of each of the original groups, but they were the lead singers, or two of the lead singers, and it was really good, really good.
Yeah. And we also went shopping a few times.
I didn't.
Well, okay. Well, Dottie and I did.
That's our specialty.
I love to go shopping. And I'm making a list of all the places we're going to take her next time she comes.
We went to all the town squares, Spanish Springs. We went to Sumter Landing. We went to Brownwood. We went to Sawgrass Grove. So we gave them a good taste of the nightly entertainment, and they loved it.
And we went to actually the beginnings of the villages in Orange Blossom. So that was kind of neat.
We took a cart ride over the old bridge. You know, that's something for anybody if they haven't seen it.
Right.
And you know, it's a little bit of a
It's a haul.
it's a long way up there, but it's a little nerve-wracking going over that bridge. It's very, very small.
Yeah,
But it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
We played bocce.
We did do that.
Bocce is a non-stressful, you know, it's easy. It's easy to play. You can have a good time.
Right.
So we did that over at Captiva.
Right. And we went out with some friends. We had a really nice visit.
Yeah, we played ukuleles together at,
That was a blast.
where did we do that? Laurel Manor, we did that. And it's called Peace, Love, and Ukuleles.
Yeah.
P-L-U-C. Peace, Love, Ukulele Club. P-L-U-C.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And
And if you want to learn how to play the ukulele, there's another event or a club that meets, and that's down at is it Riverbend or
Everglades.
Everglades, and you can learn actually how to play the ukulele. They also call that ukulele. Ukulele. And they'll teach you C, and then you play C for 20 times, and then you change to G. Then you go back and forth till you get your fingers together, and so that's a really nice time to learn. To
ukulele
really
is a
learn.
really cool instrument you can take with you a lot of places. So they're only this big.
Yeah, and they usually have a table set out for those people that don't have a ukulele, and they can let you.
But
borrow
that's
them
not
for
at Peace,
class.
Love, and Ukuleles. They did
No.
not have any.
No.
But the other one, I think, down at
Right.
Everglades
Right.
does.
And you can sing along, and we had some great songs from the Beatles, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Here's a picture of my sister and myself with our ukuleles. And here's what we looked like when we were children. That's both of us back in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Oh, I bet she's going to appreciate
Long,
that.
long time ago. She looks nice. Yeah.
We were able to see all 7 of our grandchildren during the Thanksgiving vacation, and we absolutely adore all of them, and they're so much fun. As you know, 7 of them all now live in Florida, so we just love that.
If we had not lived in Florida, we would not have seen any of them.
No,
That's just such a blessing to
Yeah.
have moved here, and now 2 of our sons and their families live in Florida, and the other one lives in St. Louis area.
Louis
He
area.
actually lives in Illinois, and he's a pilot in the Air Force. Our middle son did not get to attend Thanksgiving with us because he's still over in the Middle East.
Yeah, we still appreciate prayers, everyone.
Yeah.
Tell them about our turkey, Jerry.
We fried the turkey for the first time. My brother-in-law is a veteran turkey fryer. It's a little bit nerve-wracking to fry that turkey because when you lower it down in that boiling oil,
Yeah.
that stuff starts popping and
Right,
flying out.
right.
There's a little footage of our adventure with that, but it went perfect.
It did.
Turkey came out good.
Yes.
And you liked it because you didn't have the oven tied
I
up.
loved it because back in Indiana, I had a stove that had the 2 ovens, and so I really like that. It might be on a wish list sometime soon. But anyway, it was nice that I didn't have to deal with the turkey in the oven. I could do all the other side dishes, and I love that. It was nice, and it was a great meal. I hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving dinner. This is from Karma G. I just heard if you list with VLS and buy another with VLS, that they give you 1% money back on the one you sold. Is this true yet?
I researched that, and I found out that the commissions here in the villages are 5%, period. That's it. It's 5%. Sometimes, and I remember this from when we used the MLS, it was 6%. There is no kickback, if you sell a home with the village's agents and then you buy one with the village agents, no. But remember, when you buy a home, you don't pay any commission. It's only for people selling the home. Okay. If you buy a new home, no commission whatsoever, and it won't come back to you. But that's the scoop.
That's a scoop.
Sam and Sybil write, and they say they hope to join us in 26. If we could change one thing about the villages, what would it be? That's a hard one because we have a different viewpoint than other people because we are looking into everything all the time and trying to call for answers and get you reliable, good information, which we never guarantee. Remember, we don't guarantee our information. We just do the best we can. If it's important, you double check.
Right.
But that's the one thing I would change. This Villages is a monumental undertaking. If you've ever been here, you know. If you haven't been here, you don't know, and you could never imagine. How many sprinklers are there to work on? How many shrubs to trim and trees to prune and all that kind of stuff? It goes on, and all the water and the electricity and
The flower changes.
the flower changes, and it goes on and on. The nightly entertainment in all the squares there are so many things to do.
And the golf courses and the grass cutting, and it's just amazing of what goes on.
We have asked that very question to viewers before, and most of them say, I wouldn't change a thing. Now we're getting people that often say, I wish it would stop growing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they know what they're doing. The Villages knows what they're doing, and they plan the infrastructure, and they plan to make each village have the same sort of amenities. So for me, the one thing I would change is it would be easier to get information, because if you want information about the water treatment center, it's hard. It's hard to find. I've done it. If you want information about plantings or upkeep or deed restrictions, or it's all a different person to talk to. And if you have to get permission. We have to get permission to do a lot of things. It's just difficult because there are so many different divisions, and they need it because of the size of this place. But I would wish myself that answers were easier to get.
I don't know what I would change. I love pretty much everything. I'm a shopper. I love to shop. I love lots of clothing stores. I think I would want more retail. That's what I would like, more stores. And they're coming. I mean, we're getting Target now. We're getting a Hobby Lobby. So things are really picking up this year. So I really appreciate that. So I don't know what else I would change.
I mean, I feel like we have good fire protection. I, for one, am satisfied with the medical facilities. It's just a wonderful place. Our visitors that were here this past week, they enjoyed their time. They liked everything about it.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a whole lot to change, really.
This is from Todd and Teresa CR. Hi, Linda and Jerry. Love your show. Question. There are so many nicely landscaped cul-de-sac centers that have us wondering who takes care of them, the villages or residents. Do you happen to know? Thanks for your great videos. Well,
do you hear her voice? She's got a scratchy voice, doesn't she? She's been sick.
I have been sick since the 12th of November, and it's now, it was gone. I had an antibiotic and everything, and now it's coming back.
Now you sound
So
a little hoarse.
I've got some hot tea here
She's
with some
drinking hot tea.
honey in it, though.
And I had her out there in that golf cart on that windy day, and she's hanging upside down, and
I was actually feeling good that day. But anyway, the cul-de-sac circles, they are great. You have that little area where you can walk your dog around or whatever. And the residents do not take care of it. It's all villages taken care of. And we appreciate that. It's just amazing. They'll come some days and then they'll go out there and weed or they'll blow all the bad stuff out. So they take care of it all. And it's amazing. It's mind-boggling to think how many areas the villages take care of. I mean, from north to south, every cul-de-sac. That's crazy.
that's what it just boggles the mind.
Yeah, it really does.
We had a really cute thing happen. I got an email the day before yesterday, I think, and a family up in New York, Joe and Mary Ellen, sent us this picture, and you can see that they framed a picture of Linda and myself and had us at their Thanksgiving table.
Aww.
So we had Thanksgiving dinner in New York and Florida on the same day. Isn't that cute?
That is cute. That reminds me of one time our youngest son was at a soccer tournament, and Jerry was out of town. He might have been in Japan. I'm not sure. But I had to walk Tanner across the soccer field, and Jerry wasn't with me, and I just felt so sorry.
Oh, senior night.
Senior night, and I felt so sad that he wasn't here. So I put Jerry's picture on a stick and walked with Jerry on a stick. But that was really sweet. We appreciate you inviting us to your Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, thanks for sending that up, Joe, and I hope you had a great time.
This question asks, what would you do if you're walking along a trail and an alligator crosses your path or gets close? Well, I think I would stop and walk backwards pretty quick. I don't know.
You've known me for, let's see, we've been together for
About 50 years.
over 50 years.
Yeah.
So what would I do?
You'd go up and say, here, kitty, kitty.
No, what would I would go and take his picture.
You'd take his picture.
I'd probably lay down in front of it and try to get a good low angle shot of it.
He would. He'd get a picture for sure. We had that question. Somebody got in their if they were in their golf cart, they'd get in it and definitely turn around and go away. But when you're walking,
I thought you meant the alligator would get in it.
no. You would get in your golf cart and you would turn around. And
There,
go.
people are having, I mean, of course they are dangerous. They could be dangerous, but they have a fear of alligators. And if you leave them alone, they will leave you alone.
What if you had mace? Would that work?
I don't know. I don't think you need it. I think you just stay away from them.
Well, yeah, but if it walked right up a hill onto your path.
You saw the picture Scott and Tina sent us a couple weeks ago where they came across one going across the path.
Yeah.
And that old thing looked like a dinosaur walking across there.
Yes.
And they just sat there in their cart and it kept going and crawled into a pond.
Took off running to the
Yeah.
pond. They want that next water. They want to
Don't
get
worry so much. Don't let alligators scare you away from the villages.
No.
They are not an issue. I love to see them, and I've never seen one in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Our buddy Tom and his wife Nancy up here had one this big in their yard, but they live 100 yards or so from a big pond.
Yeah.
And, they just shoot it away and no problem whatsoever.
That's beautiful about the villages. You're going to see so many beautiful creatures. And today on our golf cart, we had a little golf cart ride this morning, and we saw this pink bird with a nose called Rosie something Spoonbill.
Rosie is Spoonbill. Three of them.
I've not seen one before, and it was gorgeous.
Beautiful. I didn't stop and get pictures of it because it had a big fence between us.
Yeah,
and then
we couldn't.
I didn't feel like climbing a fence that day. Here's another question. Did I print that one out? Huh?
That's all we had printed.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Told you. Okay. This is.
I know I printed that.
Okay, this and this one didn't have anything to go with it. These three.
Okay, I'm aware of that. Okay, that's the salt. This one. Okay, I might go ahead and do these. This one already did. Where am I?
You're on number 8, but we said we didn't. Wait.
It's time for Out and About.
We went to Prima this last week, and we had a fantastic meal. And we ate outside. We had a few couples with us, and we all got a beautiful meal. Jerry had the chicken parmesan. I had a veal parmesan. It was pretty good. I wasn't feeling real good, so I didn't eat a lot of it. And it's still in my friend's refrigerator. Never mind. Let's go back.
No, we left there and we were doing other things. And
Yeah.
so one of the people said, I'm going to stop by my house. I'll put it in the fridge for you.
It's
That was
still
8
there.
days ago.
No, it's not any good anymore.
She better not throw that away. I had half a chicken parmesan.
Yeah, and Jerry likes sweet tea, and I'm a water drinker.
Yeah, I had chicken parmesan and you had veal parmesan.
I did.
And it was delicious. I'm going to tell you right now. Mine was really delicious. She said her veal was a little
Little tough.
tough.
Yeah, I think it was smashed too thin.
Mary had a monstrous salad with blackberries in it and lots of other
that
stuff.
looked good.
Yeah, I'm not a salad person, but I did have a side salad with my chicken parm.
Yes, and that's extra.
Yeah, it cost extra.
It cost extra.
Tom had a filet mignon, and he said it was okay. He had a baked potato that he had to send back because it was cold.
Oopsie.
Yeah,
So our bill came to about $57
for 2 of us.
For 2 of us.
57 for 2. That includes the tax and tip.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, once in a while, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Tell us about the word jumble.
The word jumble. I like making up the word jumble because so many of you write in and say, I got it, or I didn't get it, or some of you say it's too easy, and other people say it's too hard. But this week, I want to look back at last week. The answer was homestead. Homestead, that's a rec center, and it's an exemption you can get for your property tax. So this week, the clue for you is not only a code, it's a road. Time for that upcoming entertainment. What you got?
Well, it's that time of year. It's the tree lighting festivals of all the squares. And the next one that's coming up is at Spanish Springs on November 29th. That's this week. And there'll be a parade at 3 o'clock. Rocky and the Rollers are going to entertain from 4 to 7, and they have fantastic music. You're just going to love Rocky and the Rollers. And then at 8 o'clock, when the lights are down, or shoot.
It gets dark.
Yeah, it gets dark. And at 8 o'clock, when it gets dark, there's going to be the tree lighting, and it's going to be beautiful. So that's a fun time at the square.
You can do at least 3 tree lightings, and I know that Leesburg has one as well, and I think Fruitland Park has a wonderful little place. It's right there, right on the main drag right there. It's really, really beautiful.
Right. And you know what? You can download on your phone or your computer the Villages app, and it will tell you all the things about what's happening in the villages and the entertainment. So at the Savannah Center, there's a couple of things that are coming up this week. On the 28th, the Celtic Angels Christmas. Is it Celtic or Celtic?
I think it's either one. I've always, it's the Boston Celtics, and that's the way it's pronounced. But if you talk...
Celtic.
Yeah,
Anyway, it's going to be a wonderful show, and that's at 4 at 7. And then there's one called Tonight's the Night, and that's a Rod Stewart tribute band, and that's coming on the 29th. Then at the Sharon, the VPO Messiah, so I'm assuming that's a Christmas show on the 28th. And on the December 2nd, Three Dog Night. Wow.
Eli's coming.
And then they're working on the Tierra del Sol Studio Theater Season 8. They're still playing Cry It Out, and that's on till December 16th. So a lot of good things to see. So please take part.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Time for Sweet and Salty. All right, sweetie.
I get to do the sweet, and this is from
Jean O'Reilly.
Jean O'Reilly, thank you. I occasionally watch your videos from Houston. I have to say, your attitudes are wonderful, friendly, and down to earth, honest and uplifting. You both are a hurricane of fresh air and good tidings. Well, I hope we are. I don't want to get on here and be gruff and rough and mean and cranky. That's not my style. But thank you.
Just in private.
Just no. Thank you, Jean. We appreciate you. I've had relatives live in Texas in the Houston area, so I'm familiar with your area.
All right, the salty is from Jay. I wouldn't mind living in a village in Florida, puttering around in a golf cart, but I don't want to be around old people because they smell funny.
Hey, what do you mean by that? You stink.
Jay, the alternative, you're going to get old, The alternative is dying. You don't want that, do you, Jay? Come on, guy.
Smelly old people.
Oh, I tell you what. Linda just mentioned it today. She said she just loves it here. Mm-hmm. She said that to me off the camera, off the record, just saying it. And it's true. And so, Jay, we really don't care if you come here or not. But if you don't, it's your loss.
It's your loss.
Yeah.
I have never been happier. This is the happy place, and I do love it, and I thank God every day for being here. Yeah.
It's all what you make it, though. Some people come and don't like it because they don't get out and put themselves out there.
You've got to.
And if you've been watching us, this gal has come 360 from where she was when we started doing our show.
Watch that first show.
Now she's out there acting like she's passed out in front of strangers in a golf cart. We actually had a rebuttal to you, Jay. Doc wrote in and said, our realtor person that was assigned to us during our lifestyle visit gave us the best quote that describes the villages. People don't move here to die, they come here to live. Says it all, doesn't it? Yeah. Doc, thanks for sending that in, because that just echoed exactly what Linda just said. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You come here to live.
Time for shout outs. At this time, we would like to recognize the friends of our channel. How do you get your name up there? Well, there's no set way to do it. I mean, it's just people that have shown us that they like our channel. Maybe they are good commenters. Maybe they follow us on Facebook. maybe they're a top fan on Facebook.
Oh, some of them sent Jerry a birthday card this week. Big 68 this week.
I'm going to say the Smith Hearts in Arkansas sent me some little cinnamon flavored what are they? Pecans.
Chocolate covered almonds. And
Chocolate covered almonds
oh my gosh. He had a great birthday.
And apple caramel fudge. And then from the Fouch family, they sent us this giant pecan roll and some goodies. Oh, thank you all.
You all were so sweet and kind, and you all don't need to send us presents or anything, but we just appreciate you, and we will enjoy that.
We never turn down fudge. I mean, come on. But thank you so much. That's how you get on. You know, just there's somebody that sticks out.
Yeah.
Whether you're a good commenter or you've told us something.
Yeah.
You know, we just want to reach out. Before we start here, I want to mention a young lady. She's our age. That we mentioned to you about a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago, and she has some severe health problems, and she's had a couple of amputations. And she's got the rheumatoid arthritis so bad that she's not doing well at all. But the last time some of you sent her some cards, it really perked her up. And she wrote to us and told us how she felt. Yes. So her name is Tina Hauser.
Tina. She was a cheerleader with me in 6th grade. And she has had a fantastic life living for the Lord. And she's a minister's wife. And she does children's ministry in her church. She's not able to do a lot of that now anymore, but she could use some prayers, and I know she would be uplifted if you sent her a card. I tear up thinking about her because she's really a dear person, and if you can send her a card, I know she would love that.
And we'll put that contact information in the video description. But thank y'all. If you can, if you can't, we totally understand. But there it is. All right. This is Mary Exline and her husband. And they brought their son, Justin, and we bumped into them outside the community center the other night. And Justin's a real nice fellow, and we were happy to meet all of you. This is John and Jane Roadcap from the village of St. Catherine. We met them at the Badfinger concert. I don't have it with me, but she even gave me a pronunciation of their last name, Roadcap or Rodacap. I'm going to go with Roadcap. And nice to meet you. And I hope you liked the show as much as we did.
We did. Don and Annie are from New Jersey, and here they are in front of their beautiful new home.
Yeah, so many people are buying new homes, and you know that's a question we get all the time, isn't it? Should we buy a new home or a pre-owned home? Totally up to you.
Up to you.
Those new homes, they don't have anybody else's germs in them, do they? No. Everything's brand new. The carpet, everything. And carpet, they don't even use carpet anymore, do they?
Not much.
Not a lot down here. I love carpet under my toes.
Yeah, we do.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
When it comes to friendliness and acts of kindness, we had another wonderful example this week. My brother-in-law was here, and I'll just let him tell the story. Before we get to the closing, I want to say I was so humbled by several thousand birthday wishes. And I read every single one of them, and I tried to, and I put a love on it. Now, you know what? I wasn't much of a lover back in Indiana, but down here, I appreciate you folks so much. If you see a heart on something you write me, it means that I loved it. So thank you for doing that. It really means a lot.
And especially that cake from Diane Berry.
Oh, my Lord. Diane Berry, she was on a show making cupcakes with Linda. You remember her?
Yeah.
She surprised me on my birthday the other day with a giant chocolate cake. Oh, my gosh, Diane, you are so nice.
Yeah, I think it's probably yellow cake with caramel. He loves caramel. Oh my gosh! And so she went right to his heart and to his stomach, and he is so happy.
It's so beautiful. I don't want to cut it, but then I remembered that old saying.
Yeah.
What was it? You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat it. Remember, I'm gonna put in the closing credits the link to that show from Thursday because I think a lot of you missed that. I want you to see it because it's a pretty good show.
If you haven't done it yet, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.
See you when you get here.